going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 Times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel, you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get right into the story. Raising kids can be one of the most rewarding things you can do in life. As a parent, as soon as they are born, you start saying things like, my baby girl is going to be a doctor, or my son is going to go pro in football. And from that point on, as soon as that baby open up their eyes, the journey starts. You correct them when they are wrong, comfort them when they are sad, and instill wisdom and principles in them that can help guide them in the right direction. Then as they start to get older and personalities develop, you as a parent can have a smile on your face knowing you are doing a good job. But there's also another side of parenting that comes with fear and anxiety. Praying your little boy or girl can stay safe in this crazy world. Around about them preteen ages on up, most kids want to hang out, go outside, be around their friends, and be social. It's a normal thing, but some parents have trouble with letting go. That's when that anxiety kicks in. If I let them go to this friend's house, what would happen? Or this football game, will they be safe? Because sadly, nowadays, guns come out almost anywhere. But at some point, even though we want to cradle our children, you can't keep them under you forever. You have to let them start living life and get their own experiences. But we never can prepare for the what ifs that unfortunately sometimes happens. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to South Bend, Indiana to discuss a case of a 12-year-old boy who lost his life while hanging outside with friends. Josiah Small was an outgoing young man with 4 brothers and a younger sister who he adored and spent a lot of time playing with. Like most kids, he spent time playing the game, watching YouTube, and hanging with friends. But his main passion was football. He played for his school, Dickinson Middle, where he was a 6th grade student at. The young man was excelling on the field and off, with a smile that lit up a room and energy that kept everyone happy. Josiah, being a popular young man, had a lot of friends. His mother had just moved Josiah and her other kids to a new neighborhood she felt like was safer. On October 20th of this year, Josiah had just celebrated his 12th birthday. Then on October 27th, he asked his parents could he go outside and play with friends. Not thinking too much about it, they told him to go ahead. In the group was Josiah and 2 other 12-year-old boys, also one 14-year-old boy. They were walking around joking and talking, just being kids. The group eventually got separated as they were walking. Josiah and the 14-year-old walked towards the alley near Indiana Avenue and Prairie Avenue. While walking, a car that was parked had 2 men inside. Somewhere in the mix, Josiah and his homie had a brief exchange of words with the 2 men, but the boys kept walking and thought nothing of it. The 2 12-year-olds that were with them at first were still in the area, but chose to walk in the opposite direction. After the conversation, the car drove up before making a U-turn. Then the 2 men hopped out on feet, guns in hand. One ran in the direction of Josiah and his friend, as the other ran after the other 2 12-year-olds. Seconds later, multiple shots went off, and the men ran back to the car and fled. Local police got a shot spotter alert that indicated a shooting in the area. They responded to the scene to find Josiah's 14-year-old homie suffering from a gunshot wound to the leg, and Josiah also shot. Unfortunately, his wound was fatal, and he was pronounced gone on the scene. Once the news got out that a group of kids was chased down and shot at, no one could understand, as surveillance in the area showed the boys talking to the men in the car and the shooters bang a U-turn before hopping out. Josiah's family and the community were devastated that the young man's life was cut short 1 week after his 12th birthday. A vigil was held in his honor with family and friends who mourned the loss of the young man, who everyone described as a good kid who didn't cause any trouble, just played football and hung out with friends. As more information came out about the incident, detectives received tips pointing to two young men as the alleged shooters, 21-year-old Dagomba White Jr. and 18-year-old Omarion Cutler. Some stated the two admitted to being in the area and also shooting at all four of the boys. On November 9th, police tracked down Dagomba in Indianapolis. He was taken into custody, charged with first-degree hit, conspiracy to commit a hit, and weapon charges. Omarion was still on the run at this time, but not too long after, he was also picked up and charged with the same charges. As witnesses described what they saw to police, the men parked by an apartment building in a four-door car. After a brief interaction with Josiah and his homie, they eventually chased the young men down the alley and opened fire. As of now, no one knows what words were said or what caused the older men to target the young men. No one knows who fired the fatal shot either, but Indiana's law holds both individuals involved to the same degree. Some people were frustrated as they realized one of the alleged shooters, Dagomba, had just beat a gun charge and was released not too long before the incident, as he was pulled over in a car that had two guns, one with a switch on it. But lack of evidence and fingerprints will lead to him being released. As of now, this case hasn't made its way to trial, and both men are innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace to Josiah. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to his family. Only 12 years old, and to be chased down by grown men is crazy. I don't know what words were said between the two groups, if it was just jokes, or if the older guys mistake the younger ones for somebody else, or they ops. But to chase down kids and shoot, I can't understand the logic. I know it's wicked out here right now, in every city and state all around the world, and gangs and guns are everywhere. But at a fresh 12 years old, I can't imagine what Josiah could have did to deserve to be hit. As grown men, we gotta be able to understand these are kids, even if they said something slick. To do that to these little boys is wild. But unfortunately, the age of shooters and victims are getting younger and younger. With blicks everywhere, no guidance or self-control, leaving the graveyards and prisons filled with kids who didn't even get a chance to live. So remember, we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, crazy story. Rest in peace to Josiah. I ain't gonna talk too much more about this situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Definitely be respectful. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This is another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.